To me, we also hear that Azubike will not be in that game against Senegal. Also, Stanley Dingba will not feature. What other updates can you tell us?
Well, Azubike will not be available on Wednesday. On the second, he picks up his second yellow card against Algeria. For Stanley Dingba, the medicals are working around the club to see if he'll be around. So right now, he's a 60-40 chance. 60 for playing, 40 for not playing. Yesterday he did some walking around the field, so it's coming up gradually. They're working. They don't want to rush him into playing, so they're working on him gradually. But I think the coach is also working around the clock, see how we can get others filling this space, and so that's what we're doing right now.
Before we let you go, in 1992, Coach Samson Siasia scored at that same stadium where they will play Senegal on Wednesday. How much of a game does this mean to the coach?
Well, it's not because that immediately we qualified for the semi-finals to play Senegal. The whole nation would start remembering 1992. They said it's not since this Cote goal. He's been like a demigod here. Every Senegalese want to see him and remind him about what he did to them, and they're asking him to do it again. And like he just said, just watch out and play and see what's going to happen on Wednesday. For him, he prays that the boys come back to do what he did in 1992. That's his own. So I'm not afraid of what he's going to do.
Thank you so much, Timmy, for speaking to us this morning, and all the best. We wish the national under-23 team all the best as they take on Senegal on Wednesday. Send our regards to the team.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So, guys, that's it. Says we're allowed to say what we want to say about the team, but we don't know this team better than the coach, and that says it all. So, if you want Junior Ajayi and Osimhen, or you want Taiwo Awoni and Junior Ajayi, the coach has a closer relationship with them, and he's watching them train every day.
Yeah, because that's why he's getting paid.
We can always talk and speculate and say who we think should be playing.
Because you guys are just coaches in this country.
The coach, like you said, the coach is in there with the players. He knows the moods. He knows everything. So, hey, he knows who's carrying an injury and who's not. So,
okay, hopefully they...
Yeah, what I was going to say is surely this particular match is going to be a very tough one for Nigeria. We're playing Senegal. Senegal, the host nation, they've been very clinical in the competition. 6 goals, they've conceded just one.
Exactly.
Compared to Nigeria, we've got 5, conceded how many? 4? 4. So
the good thing, we didn't consider goal in our last game.
Yeah,
but we didn't score. You know, that's the worry, because I was thinking, okay, fine, we're complaining about the porous defense, of course, the porous midfield and all that. We attack, but we don't get to look, watch our backs. And right now, we couldn't attack, and that's one. We had some chances and all that, we didn't take them, but we couldn't score, and we didn't concede a goal. Now, looking at that particular game, that's where my worry comes from.
Yeah, that should be a worry, because even going back to the game against Egypt, both goals were set pieces, they were penalties.
Exactly.
You know, so scoring from open play hasn't happened since the first game.
Now, if you watch the Senegalese, it's not like that, because just as Atayo said, mentioned, they've been clinical. They just don't wait for you. They take their chances, and that's something we need to be afraid of. So if we cannot score, so we need to defend. If we cannot defend, then I don't know how they can just put all the departments together.
It's 90 minutes on the day.
Okay.
Anything can happen.
Okay, Cecilia, let's also talk about what's going down with local football. Yes, we know the leagues are on break at the moment, but it's not so good for Taraba FC at the moment. Relegated, and now players are stranded right there in Jalingo, and nobody is talking to them.
Yeah, I think it's a sad one coming from, Taraba FC. I mean, at the weekend, we heard that, a player was actually beaten up. You can see the picture on your screen by some soldiers and all that, simply because they were protesting unpaid salaries and all that. 13 months, players weren't paid, 15 for the technical crew, and you're wondering what happened. And now the club have been relegated. Players cannot go home because they don't really have the money to go home. And situation in camp, according to some of them, is really relatively bad. When you have to feed like just once in a day and everything. And the player beating up is not even a Nigerian, an Ivorian, Boris Conan. I mean, I'm just thinking, what message is he going to send, to his country? I met someone, according to the report, he lost his mom. He wanted to go home, but he don't even have money to go home. 13 months he's played football, and there's no money coming in there, and you're wondering what's happening in MPFL.
It's not sweet, but that's just what we know on the surface. Allegations. Let's go to Jalingo, where the coach of Taraba FC, Ndubisi, is standing by to speak to us. Good morning, Coach Nduka. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Coach.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, Coach, good to have you join us on Sports this morning. You're here with Cecilia Omorogbe and Tayo Salam. We'll be talking to you as regards all that is happening right there in Jalingo. What's the update with the government and the players asking for their money?
I will describe the situation as unfortunate. This is a case where players have been owed for several months, and this government came in and inherited this debt. They've been trying to make effort to see no government procedure, something that there's a lot of bureaucracy. And the players have run out of patience. So that is why we are having this problem now. It's not as if the government is keeping quiet. They are making efforts to get the situation concerning the debt onto the club before paying. But you see, the boys are already frustrated because it is a long time pains caused by this accumulated non-payment of salaries. So, and the league has finished. It's been in Taraba for the past 3 weeks, getting to 1 month that the league finished. And nothing is happening. And the Christmas is around the corner. That is why you see them becoming very, very unsettled and uncomfortable.
Okay, now the player that was beaten up, what's his current situation right now? How is he feeling?
Honestly speaking, I was not there when this thing happened, so I don't have the first-hand information as really to what happened. In fact, the players went to the government house without letting me know. In fact, on Tuesday was their first day they made an attempt to go. When my coach that stays with them in the camp called me, I persuaded them and they did not go. But this time around, they quietly sneaked out of the camp one by one without anybody knowing. The camp commander did not know. The assistant coach that stayed with them in camp did not know. So whatever that happened there, I'm not aware. But the new honorable commissioner called my attention to it and asked me to address the boys on that. So when I went to the camp that Friday evening, I assembled them and I spoke with them and asked them why they should do that without letting anybody know. The thing became a very sympathetic situation in that they had an information which triggered up that. The rumor they got was that the governor is not properly informed about their situation, that is why they delay in the payment. And that this is, His Excellency, they have a very good opinion about the man concerning his love for sports and concerning his passion for football. So they believed that such a man who has this kind of passion for the game, if he is properly briefed about their situation, he would have responded. So that they went to the government house, to get, the personal attention of the governor, And when they went there quietly. They were not carrying placards. They were not singing songs. They were not armed with anything. So their intention was, this man that has a lot of love for youth, is a sportsman and has a great passion for football. If he's properly briefed about our condition, that their problem will be solved immediately. So I was beaten when I had their own side and their intention of going to the government house. So this is the situation of what happened. So I was not there to know if a player was beaten or not.
Okay, Coach. Not whatever it is. It's not a good one, I'm sure, for you and the players. We'll get back to you either tonight or tomorrow morning to find out more as regards the situation with Taraba FC. Thank you so much, Coach Inuka, for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's it. And on this side, we'll just appeal to the state government. This is football. These are players, as in professional footballers.
Yeah.
You end the season, Yeah, well, the
They're-
professional
No,
football.
we're not
supposed to
quoted.
be.
No,
They're
the professional
footballers.
footballers.
Yeah,
And you're
but
playing
you
in
get
a
my point.
professional
They're
league.
not being treated
That
professionally.
way, I
That's
get
my
what you
But I
mean.
think
Yeah.
one thing I got from here is that you heard that your player was beaten. You've not even gotten in touch with the player. Well, we'll still get to ask him more questions. Just as you said, because
you can't really blame the players for taking matters into their own hands.
Yeah.
Whatever job you do,
When you've not been paid for
if
all
you've not
this
been paid
while.
for 13 months, you will be agitated. You
I
will
keep
have to
saying
you
it.
will, you will take it up anyway and find out why you've not been paid and try to find solutions. So you wouldn't blame the players for trying to go and see the governor to understand why they haven't been paid for this long. It's really sad. It's really sad. I think the LMC should look into this. And this is what they were trying to do, when they were trying to put in stringent measures and everything. And
Clubs, bring your statement of accounts. Give us.
we shouldn't relent. See, if we're going to have only 10 clubs play the Premier League,
Exactly.
and
It's fine.
it's run well and it's professional, we should have 10 clubs.
Absolutely.
The Scottish Premier League has just 10 clubs, so we don't need to have 20 clubs, and at the end of the day, a lot of them are not meeting up to standard. They are defaulting on payment of players and a whole lot of other things. Welfare packages. Come on, this is 2015.
And we don't even need to go to Scotland. So let's just stay in Africa and have a look at the most valuable African leagues. I'm talking Algeria, Egypt, Tunisia, South Africa, Ghana. All these countries have well-run leagues, and none of them have up to 20 teams each. So that's going back to your point. If it's just 10,
If it's 10, we play with the 10.
And the situation, you remember when LMC actually says they were going to deduct points from clubs that falter in paying their salaries. I was like, what happened to that, that statement that they
I don't
made?
say they've been compromised because I don't understand why. Because at a point, remember when they had to stop Giwa from playing against because they hadn't fulfilled a lot of the obligations they had to. And now hearing this 13, 15 months, Taraba FC, come on.
Okay, let's leave that. Chinasia, thank you so much for coming around to talk sports. Always a pleasure having you around.
Anytime.
Okay, Tara, where do we go from here?
Bayern Munich finally lost the game. Lost the game, and they lost. A lot of people didn't see this coming at all. They lost to Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Look at that.
So
Look at that.
3-1 it ended. I'm happy because it brings a little bit of competition to a league where people have written it off. People are already crowning Bayern as
that was about
champions.
Bayern Munich.
So let's have a look at the highlights, and when we return, we'll look at the NBA as well.
That's what it is.
Blown away in 14 minutes
That's the
after
story.
14 games unbeaten won.
Yeah, that's why football really anything can happen on the day. But before we close, let's go to the NBA.
Quickly.
We talked about the Warriors. They're the talk of town. But then the NBA, right? Austin, why are you smiling? There were other games
Because
in the NBA,
producer is saying pack up.
and the Lakers lost against Sicilia.
Well, let's
some of
see
the
how
results.
it's going to pass
That's
out.
some of the
Lakers
results
listen
there.
to these
A
things.
good one again for the Warriors, doing big things out of our Lakers. They continue to struggle. this
Horrible
season.
season for the Lakers.
Okay.
I've seen other results. The Phoenix Suns lost to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for being part of the program. We'll definitely be here again tomorrow. I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching and have a great day. I'm Taya Salam.
Okay, join us 9 p.m. to talk some more sports. On behalf of the team, I'm Austin Okonakwan, wrapping up in everything you do. Remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.